Yes, let's keep this good chat going. According to recent data from the University of Virginia, 75% of adults age 18 to 40 say making a good living is crucial to fulfillment in life, while only 32% say marriage is crucial. So what do you prioritize, a healthy relationship or a successful career?
Audience, and I don't think it's a coincidence because we have majority women who are in the audience, and I think that for so long, certainly when I look back at my mother's generation, for so many women who couldn't or didn't, pursue a career first. Listen, marriages, you go in with all the hope, but if a marriage ends and you haven't, as a woman, prioritized making sure you have your own money and financial independence, if that marriage goes sour, you're going to be the one that pays the biggest price. And so I think for me, and I'm not saying that because there's a lot of women who choose to stay at home. But I know for me, my mother always said, you better have your own money, get your own house in order. And to me, I could only have a successful marriage because I was financially fully independent. And to this day, Ryan and I have our own accounts. We have one shared account, but otherwise, he doesn't know what I spent. And that's just the way I like it. But I also want to know the lifestyle that I create for myself. I want to be able to sustain that for myself, whether I'm married or not, and also for my daughter. And let's be honest, there are a lot of dads out there doing great things, raising kids, but by and large, as women, we are still holding the lion's share of caregiving. So if things go south in a marriage because you haven't prioritized your career or financial independence, where are you going to find yourself if that marriage goes sideways? That's where I go with this. Yeah.
I'm like, here's a single girl giving you more reasons to explain why I'm single. Career, what do you think my answer is going to be? Career or marriage? I'll tell you what, okay, I think it depends on the person that you are. If you are not a careerist, meaning you're not a person who had some super ambition to become a big-time CEO or a lawyer, and you're just like, I want a nice job, I want a nice family, I understand where you're like, why would you ever choose career? But if you're super ambitious, and I was one of those people, when I was in high school, I already had mapped out a 5-year plan of what I wanted to do, the country I wanted to live in, things I wanted to do with my life, and I always felt really weird. It's so funny. Even when I was really young, I'm like, a relationship will kind of impede that because once I get married, I have to consider this other person because it's all about compromise. And I didn't
ball
want
and
that.
Chain, I think they call it ball and chain.
And I didn't, while I was building up who I was, I didn't want any of those restraints. And I've moved to different provinces, I've moved to different countries for jobs, and it was always in the back of my mind, would I have been able to take this opportunity if I'd met the love of my life? Probably not. And I've done some extraordinary things. And I also, like you were saying, I think about my grandmother I'm living a life that she could never imagine.
But is having both absolutely impossible?
No, it's not.
Do you know what I mean? Like having
It depends on the partner.
Do we have to choose?
I think we do. I think you're right. Aren't we trying to break the binary thinking, first of all?
Yeah.
Like it has to be this or this.
Yeah.
I don't want to, let's toss that out idea. I know I wouldn't have been happy in my relationship if I wasn't happy with myself as an individual. Like I would be miserable I would be miserable around Jason if I didn't like what I was doing for a living. The one line in this, though, and I'm curious what other people think about this, was that they said they called this a truism in the article. And they said, if you have a great career and a crappy marriage, you will be unhappy. I think that's true.
Okay.
But then they say if you have a great marriage and a crappy career, you will be happy. I don't think
it matters where these stats were coming out of University of Virginia. I don't know Virginia very well, so I don't want to make assumptions. But I think in a lot of parts of the world and with certain generations, that if you have a successful relationship, the career doesn't really define you as much as...
Money, though, is one of the biggest factors contributing to divorce. So if we're equating a crappy career with a crappy income, then chances are it's going to impact your marriage.
And no amount of love is going to change that.
That's right. There we go. Okay, moving on.
Sorry.
So,
Oh, my God.
a guy wrote to Dear Prudence for help saying...
Hey there, what did you think? Drop your comments below and join the conversation. And don't forget to like and subscribe so you can find more on everything from food and fashion to pop culture and current events. See you soon.